Hi, this is Vara from Scrappy Mania, and today I'm going to create 5 cards. I'm going to use the same layout for all the cards. So what I'm using is some MayMay stamp. These are for some of our for the elders of our church. We want to give them something to tell them how much we appreciate their service. And MayMay has the best stamp for that. This stamp that I purchased some time ago, and I'll put the link to it because I put it in a case and I don't know the name of the stamp. But if you go on MayMayMadeIt, go to the scripture stamps or the faith stamps, and you will find this one. And this one is perfect because it has for service. Like this one, you can put minister. This service that you perform is not only supplying the needs of the Lord's people, but also overflowing in many expression of thanks to God. So you have that one. You have this other one that I use for to give a Christmas present for my minister. I said, minister, he will not forget your work and the love you have shown him as you have helped his people and continue to help them. So I used that for last year to give him a Christmas present. And I also used this one for one of our deacons. He helped with a tea party and he did all the food and all that stuff, so we gave him a card for that. There's other stuff in here like my Father will honor the one who serves me, bless you, thank you, your service is appreciated, pastor, children. So there's a lot of good sentiments for this stamp. The other stamp that I'm going to use is this Grateful, which I already stamped and cut out. The good thing about this stamp is that MayMay created an SVG file with the cutout like this. So it's perfect because I stamped it on a piece of paper, I scanned it into my brother's scan and cut, and then I used her cut file to cut it out. Perfect. So I really like that stamp. So I'm going to be using those two. I'm not going to be using this one. This one is also in the same storage case that I put all of mine. And this is when God blessed me with you, he gave me so much to be thankful for, etc. So these are nice stamps. So visit her website and you will get all those stamps. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to be using this die that I bought at a craft fair. And this is a die that I purchased. I don't have the name of it, but it's a church chapel. And it looks very similar to our church, so I want to use this die, and that's why I bought it. But I did not like how it looked against this background, so I went ahead and used this. I scanned it in and just had this brother scan and cut, create a cut file for the outside of this. And this is what it created. Actually, this one. So I can go ahead and glue this together and then put it on my card and see how that looks a lot better. So you can easily do that with a scan and cut. You can cut out, like let's say I want to create an outline for this. You cut out this die, you scan it through the scan and cut, have it just see the outside and create a cut file for that die. So I think if you don't have a brother scan and cut, you really need to get one. So that should be one of your die cutters because that scan feature, you can't beat it. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this Grateful. And then I'm using some papers. This is some papers that I got laying around from scraps. These are some of those recollection card blanks that you get at Michael's for $5. Every year I get a bunch of these and I use them to start my card. This is just regular paper, computer paper, that I'm going to stamp my sentiment. So if I don't stamp it well, I can always put a new one in. I can discard it. I don't like stamping on my card because what happens if I don't do it right, which is normally what I do most of the time, I got to destroy the whole card. Especially if I spend a lot of time creating this card. I really don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and get started on how we're going to construct this. We can either construct it this way. And I think I like it landscape. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And actually, let me just use some of this double adhesive tape. So before I do anything else, I'm going to stamp this down. And before I even layer it on here, let's go ahead and compose our card. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on here. And you just need to slide it till it adheres. So there, I adhered it. And there was a little bit here when I cut the paper. It had a little fuzzy there. So there. So that's going to go there. And then I'm going to put Grateful right here. And it needs something. So what I'm going to do, I may want to layer this against silver. And then put it against here. Like a little outline of silver might work. Or I may just outline it with black. Let's see how it looks with black. So I'm just going to take a marker here and go around the edges. Really work very well. Okay, perfect. This is just some acrylic paint that I put in this marker. I bought it at Jerry's Artorama. It was empty and I just put some acrylic paint on there. And that's going to look very nice. See how it makes it stand out a little bit? Then you put that there. Grateful. And then we're going to use this. Grateful for you. We'll do that one. Let's get a small little block. Sometimes I don't know where I put my small little block, so we'll use that one. So let's glue this one down. Put that one down. I'll put this one here. And then let's go ahead and get some ink. Like, you know, it always gets very messy when you're crafting. I have a mess in this room. But that's okay. Let's use some Memento ink. let's stamp it off to make sure. Yeah, it's going to work. Okay, let's open this up. So let's go ahead and remove the adhesive here. Sometimes it's good to take tweezers and really, before you plop it down, make sure it's even. Okay. Even with the tweezers a little crooked. You can remove it before it goes all the way down. Let's see if I can get this just right. Okay. So there is my card. Now we're going to take our sheet and let's go ahead and stamp it. And I'm going to stamp it with this one. Let's make sure it stamps well. Okay, it's going to stamp good. And the reason why I did a little bit off, because I want to use this stamp with the 3 crosses, and I would like to just put it there. So let me get another block. Look how pretty that looks. Very, very nice. Now I'll just put a strip of adhesive. Right on here. Okay, I'm going to bring my card back. And there, very simple card. You open it up and there is where I can put the name and our signature. So I hope you like this video. It's just a very simple card, not too much fuss about it. And I'll make 5 of these, and hope you like the video, and thank you for watching. Bye now.